I'm Howard Phillips Lovecraft, and today's question comes from a young viewer who wants to know what I think about the role of political correctness in the world of weird fiction. Now, this is something of a perennial question that we deal with from time to time, and I imagine that the current resurgence has to do with the upcoming release of a television serial known as Lovecraft Country, based on the book by Matt Ruff. If you're unfamiliar, this takes themes from my stories, worlds of supernatural horror, but juxtaposes it with questions surrounding racial justice, bigotry, prejudice, and the like. Now, it should come as no surprise that there's been a great deal said about my views on these subjects, both what was written and what was said, and I don't think there's much that can be gained by my speaking to that at this time. Instead, what I want to do is merely point out that political correctness is nothing new. There have always been things that are safe and dangerous to utter in the public sphere, and how we respond to criticism, how we respond to the public sentiment really is up to us. We cannot control how people will respond to our art, whether they take offense or inspiration. We can be aware of where trends are going, of how society is shaping itself at any given moment. I certainly know that during my brief life here on Earth, I saw trends rise and fall, things become socially acceptable and others become absolutely taboo in the period of just a few short years. Likewise, I'm sure you're seeing the same. And in the end, all that matters as artists is that we create, that we try to find beauty and wonder and weirdness in the world and share it with others. If we find ourselves being critiqued, facing the full weight of public opprobrium, well, that happens. And it is up to us to decide whether we meet that criticism with grace and dignity, or by trying to tear it down and reach for some previous unknown era when we felt safer. Personally, I've always believed that dignity and grace are more important than romantic sentiment. Your views may differ. So when it comes to creating, I urge you to just create. Be prepared for criticism. Perhaps do not seek to outrage for its own sake, although there can be value in that. And if ultimately your disgust with political correctness is merely anger at the mere existence of change in the world, well, I'm afraid the only recourse for you is to die mad about it. As always, I'm Howard Phillips Lovecraft. Thank you.